Alright, today I'm going to talk about how to simplify linear algebraic expressions with fractional coefficients. So previously, in some of my previous videos, I've explained how to add and subtract linear algebraic expressions and also how to expand and factorize them. So today we'll use this video to take this one step further and learn how to simplify linear algebraic expressions. So here in red, as you can see, I've explained the steps already, so I'll just briefly talk you through them. The first one is to express as a single fraction. So as you can see, question 2, 3 and 4, I'm given two fractions, right? So you have to learn how to combine them. Pretty easy, but this is the first step, okay, and it's really important. The second step is to open up any brackets or parentheses. So here there are some parentheses here, right? You have to open them up if necessary. The third step is to combine like terms. So terms that are similar, okay, they have the same coefficient, we will have to add them together. And once you're done with that, the last step is to express in simplest form, because more often than not, your fraction will not be in its simplest form. So you have to make sure that it is in the simplest form. Okay, so let's start with some examples, okay? So for first question, it's not a fractional coefficient kind of question, okay? I just wrote it here just to get you guys warmed up. So if you're not dealing with questions with fractional coefficients, you pretty much just ignore step 1, but the rest of the steps are the same, right? First step, open up any brackets. So here I have minus 3 multiplied by 5 plus 6x. So again, as I've mentioned previously, this is how you do it. So minus 3 times 5 is negative 15. Minus 3 times 6x is minus 18x. Okay, so 30x, nothing happens to that, you leave it as it is, okay? Okay, now the next step is to combine the like terms. So these two are what I call like terms, okay, because they have the same coefficient, so you can simplify this further. So it's basically minus 18 plus 30. So if you have problems visualizing this, I usually like to swap their position. So it's 30 minus 18. That's a lot easier to deal with. So it's simply 12x. So it's minus 15 plus 12x. Okay, but you can make it nicer. I would just write it as 12x minus 15. Okay. Of course, I can even simplify this further. I can factorize out 3, and I will get 4x minus 5. Okay. So this is the nicest form. Okay, so this is just a warm up. Now we'll go on to the real fractional coefficients questions. Okay, so for question 2, here I've given you two fractions with the same denominator. So pretty straightforward. All we have to do now is to just combine them. Okay, so we write 4 as it is together, and you write 3x. So let's just take it easy. Let's not do any other calculation first. So all I've done is I've expressed as a single fraction. Now next step I want to do is to open up brackets. I'll write it here so as to save space. So I'm going to open up this bracket, okay? Minus 5 times 2x is minus 10x, okay? Minus 5 times 3 is minus 15 over 4. So again, I just have to combine like terms. So 3 minus 10 is negative 7. So some of my students are not very good with these kind of calculations regarding going into the negative territory, so make sure you get used to it because it happens quite often, okay? Like 3 minus 10, it should come to you very quickly, is minus 7. Okay, so here, this is my simplest form, okay? There's no other way to express this, so just leave it like this. Now, we come to question 3. So as you can see, here, I have two different numbers on the bottom. So to figure out which is the number here, you just have to find the lowest common multiple of 2 and 5, which is 10. Okay? So what I do is basically, you have learned this with numbers, I hope. So you just times 2, right? This one you times 5, and you times 5 here on top and bottom, okay? To maintain the balance, to maintain the same fraction, okay? 2 times 2 is 4, okay? That's what I did here. Then I have 5, right, times 5. So what people usually do is they put a 5 outside, then they enclose this whole expression in a bracket, like this, okay? Because 2 times 2 is straightforward, so that's why I didn't write it like this, okay? If it's a little bit more complicated, then you might want to put it in the brackets. Okay, so all I have to do is just open up the brackets. So I got 4 minus 15 plus, because double negatives make a positive, so keep that in mind, 10x over 10, okay? So what I have left is combine the like terms, which is this 2. 4 minus 15 is negative 11 plus 10x over 10. So again, this is the simplest form, okay? Now, we'll do the last question, question 4. Okay, so here I have interesting things happening, okay? Both sides I have brackets involved. So we'll take it easy. First we try to express this as a single fraction. So again, lowest common multiple of 3 and 4 is 12. Okay, so this side I would have to times 4. This side I have to times 3. So what we usually do here is we multiply this number to the number that's on the outside, if any, okay? And multiply this number to this number on the outside. So for the one on the left, minus 8. 2 times 4 is 8, and there's a negative sign, don't forget that. Then we write x minus 3 plus 3 times 3 plus 9, and I get 5 minus 3x. So the next step, open any brackets. So I got minus 8x, minus times minus, so it's plus 24. Okay, plus 9 times 5, which is 45. Now I have to minus again. Minus 9 times 3, which is 27x over 12. Okay? Now all we have to do is now combine like terms. So 24 and 45 goes together. So again, just in case you get a little bit confused, I will just make it clear to you, okay? The sign is always before the number. Okay, some of you might not be very clear on this, so I'll just draw it out for you. So I'll add the numbers first because they're positive, so we try to put the positive in front. Okay, this is simply 69. Minus 8 minus 27 is minus 35x, okay, over 12. So far pretty nice, okay, because we do not have to express it in any simpler form. So that's all for today. I hope you learned something new. Again, for step 4, if you have to express it in simplest form, I just would like to make sure that this is clear to some of you. Okay, like a fraction like this, to express it in simplest form, you just have to divide by the same number on top and bottom. So here clearly we can divide by 2. So I get 6 divided by 2. So we take this number, divide by 2, okay? 3 over 2. Okay? So this is how we try to simplify expressions, okay, into its simplest form. So that's really all I want to cover for today. The most important things I've already covered. I hope you learned something new, or if you have not learned something new, you have refreshed your memory on certain things. So that's all. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.